Hello, guys. Welcome back. Today's topic is going to be having a balance of trust in yourself and in others. First off, as you can see, or maybe you can't, but my artwork is falling off my wall. Don't worry, that is on purpose. I'm waiting for it to fall off the wall so I can place new artwork in it. And every time I try to rip it off by force, because I use Velcro, it kind of disappears the wall. So I'm just waiting for it to go away naturally. Still, you can't really notice it. It's still like, I mean, but like, still looks nice. Still looks full. Anyways, our first section will be the first half, section 1, trust yourself. I wrote down notes again because, as you can tell, I don't remember stuff. So my first bullet point is, if you believe in yourself, you might get somewhere, but if you don't, you'll always go nowhere. And what I mean by that is, okay, some things are impossible. You can't go and jump over a 3,000-foot building. You can't swim up Mount Everest, okay? Some things are just plain impossible. But most of your dreams are actually attainable. If we're talking realistically, most people want to have like money. Money, maybe I'm just projecting here. Maybe like good friends, having fun. Like pursuing the career that you want. That's mainly what this advice is for. Like, if you want to pursue something, you have to believe in yourself that you can actually do it. Cause I'm a firm believer in whatever the self-fulfilling prophecy. So whatever ending you think you're gonna have for yourself, that's the ending you'll get, or the ending you'll make for yourself. I met some people that go up to me and they're like this person really hates me. They must not want to be friends with me. And blah blah blah. I can never make friends. I can never get out of this loneliness and so on. And everyone's situation is different. Maybe the person doesn't like you. Maybe the person does. It's just a misunderstanding. You never know until it's pretty freaking obvious. But I think if you choose to trust the goodwill of people in that situation, like what the person went up to me was talking about, if you're like, oh, it must not be me, it must be whatever is happening in their life. People always have stuff to do, and I'm not really like I shouldn't be taking it personally, because you're a good person. So like, it's very cliche, but you need to have the trust that you are capable of doing stuff if you want to do those stuff. Because if you already say that you failed before you even tried, it's like, girly pop, we don't even have any evidence to prove that yet. You need to try before you can go around and start saying that you suck at something. Okay, so my second bullet point is, ultimately, it is up to you to decide your values and morals in your own life. Yeah, this is kind of like a people will probably say like, there's like a lot of factors, external factors, that's not you internally. And I honestly, that's a good point. The only reason why I think this topic is really true is because my own family is, they were, they're really good. Like they broke all the stereotypes and stuff, and then they tell me about their childhood, and it's like, Jesus, how did you turn out to be such a good person? You know, like with all this experiences and like villainous events that happened to them. It's like, damn. So they actually treat us good despite what happened to them, which should be normal, but surprisingly it's not. That's why I think experience will happen, and they might be really freaking terrible, and your thoughts might be a little bit crazy, but ultimately your actions, your values, your morals, it's honestly up to you. And there's definitely a lot of influences, but you can't deny it is up to you to decide what you want to do for decision makings. If you want to do the right thing or the bad thing, you know, all that good stuff. Okay, moving on. Kissing the butts of others leaves you feeling empty. By the way, we're still in the trust yourself section. So, I put this because, like, I usually am a people pleaser. If someone wants something and I don't really want to give it to them, I give it to them anyways because I like avoiding conflict. And I've had a lot of people that it was like walking on glass. So I didn't really speak up for myself because I didn't want the glass to hurt me. my poor feet, they need to stay dainty, you know? So I'll tell you now that while I did avoid a lot of conflict and those mean people weren't saying mean things, at least to me, because I was so amiable, I felt complete like numbness and hatred for these people, or other things, like maybe just feeling nothing at all because, okay, yeah, that's basically numbness, whatever. This, let me change the bullet point. I want to change it to leaves you feeling dissociate from yourself, cause after I like kissed the ass of others, I always felt shameful that I didn't do what I wanted to do, to these people who offered nothing to me back, cause I didn't get anything in return for, like, not even appreciation for holding my tongue, which why would I like and there was no point in being kind to these rude ass people because what was I doing it for? For their approval? Like, why would I want to be approved by these people that treat me like shit? And these people were like my peers, so it's not like I was trying to keep my reputation. And even if I did treat them the same way they treated me, it's like nothing would happen in the end. Again, everyone's situation is different. Reminder that if this doesn't apply to you, then don't apply it. Okay. And I put like the dashes, so the extra bullet points for this one, because this one I really struggled with until actually this year. This is the only year I decided to stand up for myself. Uh, that's terrible. But anyways, um, yeah. So replaying the moment over and over. You know how like you go and try to sleep. Uh, you get all comfortable and stuff. You close your eyes, lights are off, and then boom, like a screen projector, the moment plays where you were being treated like ass and you didn't stand up for yourself, or you didn't walk away, or you just played along when you didn't want to. And that moment kept playing in my head over and over again. And it's like, I felt so much regret or disgust at something. It could be towards them or towards myself. I don't even know. But, anyways, you don't want that. No one wants to see the moment replay while they're trying to sleep and it's distracting them. Okay, let's move on to section 2 because there's always the opposite end of something. So, section 2, trust others. First bullet point, listen and filter people's advices and experiences. I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes people do say some advice that actually helped me. And it would have been useful if I actually listened to them earlier, but I was really stubborn in like believing I could do stuff on my own and I was the only right person in this world. But especially like older people, I asked them like, what should I do in some situations? And they always tell me with the deepest regrets in their hearts what not to do or what they wish they did instead of what happened. But also sometimes people say questionable advice. Like sometimes if someone is like being rude, they're like freaking throw glass at their window. And it's like, guys, I don't think that's a reasonable reaction. I don't think they deserve that. So it's good to filter it and also have your own mind while you're listening to people's advice. And I also think it's like really good to listen to people's experiences, because not only do you feel a connection if their experience is similar to yours, you kind of learn from them because you'll get to know what actions they chose in that situation and what consequence came after that. And also it's like just nice to sit and listen to people. I like listening to people talk about their own life because it's, number one, it's interesting. Number two, it just feels like a bonding moment. And everyone likes being heard. Everyone likes talking about themselves. I mean, okay, well, most people like talking about themselves and their accomplishments and maybe their sorrows if no one really listens to their sorrows, which is sad because, you know, we should have a community, but oh well. Next bullet point, there are good people in this bad world. That's pretty self-explanatory. It really just depends on who you cross paths with in your life, but there's always going to be someone good out there out of this whole pool of whatever the fuck and a little bit of what the fuck and some people that should be in prison that aren't in prison. But there's always good people. I used to think everyone sucked ass, and I used to think that everyone was all for themselves. But then I realized that after actually socializing, some people are like really genuine, really nice. there was this guy at my work, and he was the most genuine person that I ever met. So genuine. I was like, damn, what mindset have I been in this whole time? He was talking about like his backstory too, and it was super sad. And it's like, damn, how are you such a good person after all these events happened to you? And yeah, he was like that to everyone. It's just that kind of kindness would actually change people. I don't know how to specifically describe it. I can just say like some actions that they did. Like they would help you out if you needed help. He gave out like free candy, free food. He was a great listener and also a great talker as well. So he was like both of them, trying to aspire to be that. He was like incredibly wise. He had lots of advice. He kept his word. He was like, if he said he was going to do something, he would do it. So he stayed true to his words. And whenever he gave stuff, he was surprised if you gave something back. And he would try to reject it. He'd be like, no, I do this because I want to. Like, I'm not expecting anything back. And that kind of genuineness is just, wow. I don't know how to describe it, man. Okay, so the last bullet point is that no one ever survives alone. You are gonna need people in your life, and even if you decide to be alone from now on, just remember that as a baby, you did need someone to feed you. In some shape or form, you at one point did already need to depend on someone. I think we're supposed to be able to connect with people. And yeah, if it's just a fact, like, guys, guys, hear me out. You did need to depend on someone at one point, okay? Just putting that out there. All right, so this is the conclusion. Basically, I think you should, number one, believe in yourself. Because if you don't, you won't get anywhere. Number two, it's up to you to decide your values and morals. And number three, being a people pleaser is very unsatisfying, so you should probably avoid it. Number four, listen and filter people's advice and experiences. Number five, there are good people, even though there's a lot of bad people. And number six, you needed to depend on someone at some point in your life. That's all I wanted to share in these nightly thoughts. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.